Hi everyone, it's Don. Well, I just got back from the MS Rotterdam in Norway, and Holland America did something for me that I don't normally get to do. I get to interview the man who was cooking my food, Chef Rudi. So yes, I was invited down to Rotterdam because they had their naming ceremony. They had Princess Marguerite from the Netherlands launching the ship. They had the mayor of Rotterdam there because the ship is tied to the city of Rotterdam. And Arnold Donald was there. We had a whole bunch of people that were there. But one of my favorite things I got to do while I was down there, and again, I want to thank Holland America for bringing me down there. It was a fun cruise. I got to see a ship, brand new ship, and I haven't been on Holland America in like over 7 years. So I really did not know what to expect, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So yeah, but one of the things I got to do on board is I got to eat at Chef Rudi's restaurant, Rudi's. And it's a seafood restaurant. It was delicious. It was absolutely, like, everybody at our table was raving about the food. And we tried everything. This is a bunch of media people. So, on the expense account. And so, they were ordering this and that and this and that and, 5 of this and 4 of that. They wanted to try everything. They wanted, people were there who have Instagram and things like that, and they were all taking pictures. So, they wanted pictures of every type of food. I'm not a big person who films my food or anything like that. I'll show you a few pictures here as I'm talking of some of the couple things that I ate while I was on board at Rudi's there. It was absolutely delicious. The food was great. And then Holland America asked if I would be interested in, talking to Chef Rudi. And I said, absolutely, I would love to do that because I don't get to do that kind of stuff very often. And he was so gentlemanly-like for me because he literally just came on board, like 5 minutes onto the ship in the middle of the cruise kind of thing, near the end of the cruise, just before the naming ceremony. He was there for the naming ceremony. So he arrived that day, and the naming ceremony was the next morning. So he took the time. He was a little flustered because his chef's attire did not arrive yet. He wanted to be there in his chef's uniform and everything. So he's just in his casual clothes, which is perfect because I'm a casual person. And I told him this is not going to be very technical. This is just us having a conversation. So here it is. Here's my conversation with Chef Rudi from Rudi's restaurant on Holland America's MS Rotterdam. Hi everybody. Well, I'm here with Rudi. And Rudi, I ate at your restaurant last night, and it was amazing. I even tried the chef special, coq au vin. So if you're here, you have to try the coq au vin because it was delicious. But I had a whole bunch because I like to experiment when I eat. Yeah. And I noticed you did a lot of the fish menus, and you have different flavors than you would normally have in a lot of restaurants. So what was your ideas for your menu you come up with?
First, then it was it's great meeting you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I was so amazed.
I'm very pleased that you enjoyed Rudi's Zelt de Meer on board Holland America Line.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best restaurants at sea.
It was, and you know what? They saved it for our last night, so the best for the last. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very pleased that you like our coq au vin,
I did.
So we have a great French chef in the kitchen, it looks like. Because it's not easy to make,
No. I had the coq au vin. I also had the fresh fish of the day, which was the Atlantic salmon. And normally, I'm very fussy with my seafood. I'm from Nova Scotia, so we're big on our seafood. And I loved the Atlantic salmon. It was delicious. It was mouth-watering. And that's the perfect amount for last night.
To your question, actually, Rudi Zelt de Meer was based on the Côte d'Azur of France, which we got the inspiration with Holland America as a team, the culinary team, the executive team, and when I was challenged, what we do with this beautiful space here, and then I was honored to open my own restaurant for a ship. And since I worked with seafood all my life, at sea.
Makes
Hello,
sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hello. So, so it was very, very, very inspirational to Côte d'Azur bring seafood on board our ship, and with a twist with different flavors, because we all chefs have the French cuisine when we grow up,
That's right. Yeah.
and then we as chef we became artists and play around with spices, herbs, and so forth. But most important is the freshness of seafood, and you're lucky. Only Holland America line offers fresh seafood all the time. And hey, it's the beautiful restaurant here. It's called Rudi's.
Yeah.
Nepean, you know, so it's beautiful.
You should be very proud. I mean, it has your name on it. You must be very proud of it. And you know what? I understand the mural. I filmed in here a little earlier before you arrived. And the mural up there is painted by your son.
Yeah, Magnus is very accomplished, or, you know, as an artist, it's not easy to get accomplished.
No.
Or even as a chef, because it takes years of experience, of expertise. But he's done very well with his art, and his art is also inspiring. When I challenged Magnus, I said, Magnus, paint me something with seafood, and he was catching this in small 6-inch. I said, well, this is what he has to do here.
We have a bigger space.
Yeah. But then it's amazing, actually. He did an amazing job here.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it, and people actually love it when they come in here, and it fits perfectly here.
It does. It suits. It's not. It doesn't jump out. Part of the ambiance.
So as I would say, it lies in the family somehow.
There you go.
Artistry here.
Yeah.
So
It's nice
hopefully he will.
Yeah, because I can't draw worth anything.
But you know, as chefs, I have to say this also. Then, you know, there are many chefs. I'm very fortunate. I have to say this also. In my age, the way I work for a great brand like Holland America Rotterdam, who actually this brand also let me create what I envisioned. It's also important.
That makes it. Makes it well, easier. It's your signature restaurant. You should have the biggest say.
But whatever I even do, even in the kitchen behind Rudi's Seldemir, it's also whoever I have a name. My name is quality. Period.
Yeah.
And my name is also fun. We have to have fun in the kitchen. So
well,
that's why I created this.
Because look at the plates. I mean, come on. And they're all different, by the way.
That's,
they're all fun.
This plate here actually says, "What's up? What's up on board Holland America line?" So actually, I'm very proud of this plate actually, because I would have never comprehended at that time when I painted this plate and played around with food. And you know, when you Rudi's Seldemir, you see the food in an art way presented in many ways. You know, I have this hanging fish, and then I have this beautiful design of graphics with even with the plate or as a dessert. And when we did this here a few years ago, and you know what, people got inspired. So when I did the first time, the chefs got really excited. "Oh, chef, what are you doing here?" I made some faces, and I saw the smile on their face. So so I was keep going. Whenever I had time, I collected all, I would say, leftovers, the food we don't use, and I made a face within 5 minutes. So I was making faces, and by now I have made how many?
I can imagine.
400!
Well, we ate last year. I was with a bunch of journalists, and they ran around taking pictures of all the plates. So that's a big success on board. And you're right. Cooking is as much an art form as painting is.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. Like, I'm such a foodie. I love experimenting and trying everything. I've traveled all around the world and tried. People think, like, here's some cockroaches, Don, and have a great meal. And it's good. And you have to get yourself out of the comfort zone. So, Rudi, thank you so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on board, Chip.
Really enjoyed the meal.
And hopefully you come back on board.
I'm back in October. I have a group coming on board with me that I'm hosting.
And whoever has not booked at Holland America line, hello,
I have a feeling they're going to be booking more because...
Seldemir, right?
Yeah. Now, here's my question. Last question. If somebody's coming to your restaurant, what's the number one thing that you would recommend currently on the menu?
You know, I have to say this. I love the sole, the Dover sole.
Dover sole.
That's my favorite. But there's so many favorites there.
Yeah.
I would have my fresh oysters, fresh fish. We have a beautiful sea vitrine out there with fresh fish every day.
Yep.
Which is nowhere on any cruise ship. I have to say this. I travel around. So we have fresh fish which I think is so important. Good quality. So when you come on board ship, hey, whatever you want.
Try it all. Because
Yeah,
I had
I-
4
I
different
know.
things last night. It was all good. So I have no complaints whatsoever.
Good.
And no one at my table did neither as well. And we stuck around because we kept ordering more dessert
Yeah.
and a lot of fun stuff. So again, Rudy, thank you so much, my friend.
I thank you. Okay.
I
Nice
really
having
appreciate
here.
you setting aside. He just stepped on board, guys.
Hey,
And
by
he
the way, it's a
runs
book.
over to say hi.
Mr. Rudi Seltenberg cookbook. You have one?
No? Do I have one now?
It's yours.
Yay.
Okay, you enjoy it. It's a pocket-sized cookbook with an amazing 200 recipes inside. Even my artwork is inside.
Oh.
Great dishes. Available on Holland America Rotterdam.
Perfect. And you can pick them up here if you're on board?
Yeah.
There you go.
Or you call somebody at marketing.
There you go.
operation.
And or
They
do an
will-
interview with Rudy.
Thank you.
And you get
Okay,
a cookbook.
great.
Again, thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you. Thank you.
Until next time, everybody, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. So that was my interview with Chef Rudi. I really appreciate the time he took to set it aside and meet with me. It was really nice to talk to him. He gave me the cookbook. I've actually looked at some of the menus. I'm going to try a couple while I'm here at home. I enjoy those kind of things. As you know, I collect cookbooks from chef's tables all the time, and I got to collect a new one from the Rotterdam, which is great. And Chef Rudi, he mentioned his son did that photo, like the picture, sorry, the painting artwork in the restaurant. It's gorgeous. It suits that restaurant so perfectly. And to see that it's his son who made it is kind of special. And I also got to meet another one of his sons, who is one of the people he's a gentleman who escorted me to my hotel when I caught COVID. So it seems to be a family affair on the Rotterdam, and obviously they enjoy what they do if they're all somehow involved with Holland America. Again, I really appreciate Chef Rudi setting the time aside for me. You can tell he's quite the character. The food in Rudi's was spectacular. It was really, really good. Enjoyed everything. It's a really interesting setup. It's beautiful inside the restaurant. The plates are all very colorful and designed specially made for his restaurant. And yeah, I think if you go on the Rotterdam, I'm on again in October, and I think you would absolutely have no regrets if you're a seafood lover like I am. Go and check out Rudi's on the Rotterdam because the food was excellent.